It's a beautiful morning at 215 Sim Lane, home to a family with whom you may be quite familiar. The events of this day, the family's dreams and desires, and the trajectory of their lives from this point forward are probably well known to you. Yes, you know exactly how this day is going to play out. Or do you? Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm so excited to be uploading another speed build story for you guys. I hope you enjoyed my very dramatic little intro. We're doing something a little bit different today. Instead of starting from scratch, we're starting with a house that's already built and, well, we're just gonna absolutely destroy it. I'm sure many of you can relate to having your best creative ideas in the middle of the night when you can't sleep. I was having insomnia one night and had the random thought to build a sinkhole under the Pleasant's lovely suburban home that would swallow it up on that first fateful day of scripted events. Many of you are probably very familiar with the Pleasants, but if you're not, they are a play on the classic trope of the super perfect, upper middle class, happy family that is actually rife with dysfunction, anger, and betrayal right under the surface. On your first day playing this family, if you follow the scripted events that are set up for you, the husband, Daniel Pleasant, will cheat on his wife, Mary Sue, with the family house cleaner, Kaylin Langerak. Mary Sue will also get fired from her job and will come home just in time to catch Daniel in the act. So the whole beginning of this is just a lot of struggling around with the constrained floor elevation cheat. Luckily it worked out in my favor that this house doesn't have to look beautiful or functional at the end, so I was able to just mess around and not have to worry about placing stairs or anything. These are from the demolition set by Gwatla at Mod The Sims. They're so awesome. It comes with so many cool holes in the wall and cracks in the wall and just all sorts of stuff. Sometimes, you watch a movie and a massive event or disaster will be used as an allegory for whatever personal issues the characters are having. So I was sort of thinking of it like that, like, okay, the original sort of moment of rupture in this family is Mary Sue catching Daniel cheating. What if that still happens, but that disaster moment of rupture is like literally the house falling into the earth? And I thought the site of the accident should be under Daniel and Mary Sue's bedroom, for obvious reasons, with the cheating and everything, but it had the added benefit of the golden child, Angela's room, getting destroyed in the mix as well, and I thought that also helped tie in how the twin daughters in the Pleasant family, Angela and Lilith, also have all their own dysfunction and anger towards each other. So this build is really fun because it's kind of like we're building a movie set, and at the end of this video, when we're done, we're gonna see what happens, what the news crew reports, and what ends up happening to the Pleasants. This build is also a really fun opportunity for me to get used to the rotated OMSPs. There's tons of different ones, they're shifted at different angles, and they're kind of intimidating at first, but I really got the hang of them throughout making this, and they're so cool. They offer just so many amazing possibilities for building. There's also these underground OMSPs, so I'm placing these pipes on the underground ones and then sometimes also at an angle, so it kind of looks like pipes coming from the pool or under the house are breaking off and falling into this sinkhole. And that was the worst moment of my life. That was when I got rid of the roof by accident and pressed undo, and then the roof was gone and I had to recreate all of it. That was terrible, so luckily I did not film that. I didn't want to put you guys through that. And more pipes coming up from out of the ground. Kind of some broken cement falling off, and we'll have the flowers tilted down at the edge of the garden there. And this is a moment of struggle for me. You can't put a fireplace on an OMSP, which of course I forgot because it's too many tiles. But then I got very inspired. These are the walls from the Buggy Boo's Nooks and Niches set, and I just have created a total Frankenstein monster of OMSPs, and I'm creating like an imitation of the chimney. So if the fireplace kind of fell out from the wall and sank into all this rubble, there's this little kind of trompe-l'oeil chimney. And that really helped give me my second wind. Sometimes you're working on a build for a long time and you're not feeling very inspired, and then you get a cool idea and suddenly you're really excited about it again. And yeah, we want all the floors to kind of look nice and melty, like grilled cheese falling into this hole. And these are these fun little floor overlays. There's tons of different designs. Some are cute, like chalk paint, but the ones that I found really useful for this build are like dirt and scattered papers and water and things like that on the floor. So those really help add to the ambiance and just grungy, destroyed vibe that we're going for. Oh, I'm very proud of this. This part, I'm like, okay, the dresser has slid from the opposite end of the room and it's sort of catching on the ceiling lamp. So, and then Angela's bed is fallen out of the roof there. And her desk chair, her table lamp. I really tried to stick with the furniture in the sinkhole being the furniture that they actually have in their rooms, although obviously it wasn't always possible and I'd have to use stand-ins based on things that could or couldn't go on OMSPs and stuff like that. This is where I'm really going off. Like, I need help. I'm like, oh, I need to put these overlays on this mirror so that it looks like it's broken. I'm very proud of this, although it was a sign that I really needed to chill. And then these are these really cool branches that I found. I thought they would be great for roots. So this tree that's at the front of their yard is kind of tilting into the sinkhole, and I want to put these roots underground coming out of the side of the slope and also on the opposite ends of the tree sticking up, so it kind of, gives that illusion that the tree is sort of falling in. In here is what's left of their living room. And they have a bookshelf right there, so I'm tilting it over, and luckily I love little deco stacks of books, so I already have plenty of them. And I'm just scattering them all around. I also have these separated Maxis bookends, so those are really fun, using the angled OMSPs to make them lay flat on the ground like they fell. And here we've got the little table lamp. We just want to get it right so it looks like it's leaning on the couch. Looks good. And then this is a really fun, like, normal way to use the slanted OMSPs, like for your sloppier sims. You can have paintings that are hanging at an angle. They have a bookshelf on either side of their living room, so this is the other bookshelf, but it's a bit tricky getting it where I want it to go because I want it to kind of be wedged in there. So we got to move some of their trash piles. You're like, wow, why do the Pleasants have so much garbage in their house? Let's just say it's just all the garbage they're dealing with in their personal lives. Also, just that debris and garbage is like the easiest item you can find to scatter everywhere. And then adding some more chairs, just adding some more little things. Oh, of course, we have Angela's iconic computer because she is the only twin who was given a computer in her room. Lilith does not have one because she is not the golden child. So I found a grungy computer recolor on Mod The Sims and was able to have Angela's computer amongst all the wreckage. Of course, I found the giant trash piles that I downloaded last after I'd already finished everything and I didn't have room for them. But luckily I still found these burnt rubble pieces and other cool, grungy, destroyed pieces of furniture that go really well and help add to the scene. Me finding the big pile of scattered books after I've spent, an hour scattering books myself. And here's a cute little gnome. I think he's from Fallout, but I thought that he belonged in the sinkhole, This Maxis lamp doesn't actually have a bottom on it, which I realized after putting it in there. I was like, hey, there's no bottom to this mesh, but why would it need one? And then just adding more cracks on the front of the house, more cracks on the chimney, and now the very satisfying moment of getting to make all the OMSPs invisible. I'm adding some more cracks coming out from under the foundation, and here's some scattered clothes. I had to quit and go download them because I was like, I don't have any clothes to lay everywhere near the dressers. I thought this could be maybe one of Mary Sue's briefcases, and it's fallen and spilled open in all the wreckage. So now we're moving to the front of the house where all the rescue personnel, paramedics and stuff is gonna be. So we need to get some caution tape to keep the rubberneckers out, you know. And then I downloaded a fire truck, a cop car, an ambulance, so those will be in the front of the house. Here's some of their back garden patio stuff. We've moved it to the front so there's a little area for the family to sit and, you know, talk to the crews, get some treatment. I couldn't find an emergency blanket, so I made a terrible, like, photo skinned recolor of it myself from a photo of an emergency blanket I found on Google Images. I was like, I need an emergency blanket recolor of the Jonesy bed blanket. Which, wow, I'm so shocked there wasn't one of those before. No, I'm just kidding. It was like a very silly thing, but I needed it, so I had to make it. And then I almost forgot, Kaylin is there cleaning the house, so we need her maid van. Whoa, what is that on? We need her maid van outside. And then here's an adorable news van. It comes part of a whole big action news set. There's a link in the description to all those CC in this video. I made a little Simlish recolor there for the news van. And so now it looks like it's just about time to see what happens to the Pleasants. Shocking footage from Pleasantview this evening as a sinkhole swallows up half of a large residence located on Sim Lane. This is a developing story, and our Channel 3 street team reporters are joining us from the scene to provide live updates. Thanks, Joan. We are here at the home and the site is just shocking. There is an absolutely enormous hole that has opened up underneath this home. Rescue crews are currently en route from Sim City. As firefighters inform us, this is a highly dangerous and complicated situation. The sinkhole is full of rubble that as of several minutes ago has suddenly caught fire, adding yet another layer of danger to this already disastrous event. Police have informed us that most members of the family were outside the home. However, one resident as well as an employee from a local cleaning service are currently unaccounted for, and there's a strong possibility they were inside at the time of the event. Homeowner Mary Sue Pleasant says she returned home from work early just as the horrifying scene unfolded, and she watched her house sink into the earth. First responders inform me this is unlike anything they have ever seen. A fire has started in the sinkhole, potentially from a gas line, and efforts are being made to shut off the gas as a first step in the rescue process. As help from SimCity continues to arrive, emergency personnel are focused on securing the area and assessing next steps. We will continue updating you throughout the evening. A stroke of amazing luck on an otherwise terrible day, Joan. It has begun to rain. With the gas lines now shut off, the rain can hopefully help put out this fire and rescue workers can enter the sinkhole. However, concern remains about the stability of the ground. Loved ones and neighbors are arriving to comfort the family, but police want us to remind the public to please stay away as this is an extremely volatile situation and it is unsafe for crowds to form around the area. incredible. Firefighters have located the 2 missing people underneath the rubble. They have been able to lower a ladder, and the survivors are now ascending out of the sinkhole. They look very shaken up, but at first glance appear unharmed. Paramedics are on the scene assessing their injuries, and as of right now, there are no critical injuries to report. What an amazing miracle for this family and for Pleasantview as a whole. We are sure that Mary Sue and her daughters can't wait to be reunited with their father and give him a big hug. The house and many of their possessions may be damaged or gone, but all that really matters is still safe and sound. Now they can hopefully begin to heal and move forward. This is Amy Thayer for Channel 3. Back to you, Joan.